So welcome, dear friends and family out there in Western Pennsylvania. And I really appreciate this opportunity just to talk to you really briefly about Christmas. Like, what does this all mean? And a number of thoughts just about Christmas. Like it starts just when we start to see the miracle of it. And we spread this story. We know this story. We've heard it over and over again. And yet, when you step back into it, the miracle in some amazing way grows year after year after year. A miracle. This big, huge God, this sky, this God that is the ground of our being, this God that is love and caring and connection, the creator of the universe. A huge sky comes down to a little baby. Huge number of stars, a promise, comes down to a little infant. That is again a way of just seeing it where the whole script of how we think life works, how we think God works, gets totally turned upside down. The first shall be last, and the last, that infant, most powerless of creatures, shall be first. It's a beautiful story, isn't it? And you think about all the incredibly moving parts to it. I think, for example, a number of observations that just really have been coming home to me this year. One is this. In the whole breadth of the story, nobody finds the infant Jesus by themselves. Everyone's in a group. Mary and Joseph, the shepherds, the three wise men. Isn't that interesting? And then you think about what Christ says later on, where he says, where two or three are gathered, there I am in the midst of them. And that idea that Christ, like the God of the universe, saw fit to come down within that, within other people's lives, within family. Within family. The place where we learn how to love unconditionally, how to connect, maybe even on occasion how to tolerate. But we learn the parts that are truly the songs of our soul, truly our heart song. And the other part of it that just strikes me year in and year out are those stars. That idea that the shepherds seeing these angels and that they break into the heavenly host, like they would have seen that as a point of light in the sky and then seen it grow and grow and grow. Same with the wise men. And even with those beautiful wise men, they saw the star guided them, then they temporarily lost sight of it. They go to Herod and they're talking with Herod, and Herod says, look, when you figure it out again, let me know. And isn't that interesting? Herod, the one person who's flying solo. And why did he need their help? Because he never did see the star. And he was never going to see the star. There's that bit, right, of that part of us, that Herod part, that can never see the star. Other parts, like the wise men, will see it most of the time. On occasion, they'll lose sight. But that sight will come back as we continue on with our life's journey. So, my wish for you, my dear friends out there in Western Pennsylvania, that you find God again this Christmas, this rediscovery that we're constantly invited to. And that you do it together. In families, communities, churches, that we go through this discovering process again and again and again together. And that we find the star. We find those pieces of life, those pieces of light that we can navigate around, that give us a true north, that help us to move forward in our lives this Christmas season. Because remember, with life, it's not what we see. It's what God asks us to envision. And what he asks us all to envision at Christmas is a very good thing. Merry Christmas.